Tonight on KPBS Evening Edition, what you need to know before you mark an X on the pension reform ballot measure.
A debate on Prop B and whether it saves taxpayers money.
And the rate of skin cancer is increasing. Is it the sun or something else?
KPBS Evening Edition starts now.
Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Joanne Farian.
I'm Dwayne Brown. The Border Patrol says it has a new strategy to secure the border. The agency's chief went before Congress to talk about the plan today. Jose Luis Jimenez from our Fronteras desk has been following the story. Jose, this is the agency's first new strategy in about 8 years. What is it about?
Well, let's go back and look at the old strategy. Basically, it started in the 1990s, and it was about adding new resources to the Border Patrol. And we've seen a lot of that here in San Diego. We've seen a lot of new fencing along the border. We've seen a lot of agents out in the community. We've seen a lot of technology deployed along the border. Now, when Chief Michael Fisher went before Congress today, he says they're going to focus those resources more, looking at specific threats along the border and how to neutralize them. And one of the things he specifically talked about were the Mexican drug cartels, which operate pretty freely along the border and have gotten into other things besides drug smuggling, including human smuggling and other types of crimes along the border. And they see them being able to use these new resources that they have obtained to start targeting those drug cartels and maybe dealing with some of the violence and crime along the border.
And what was the reaction on Capitol Hill to this new strategy?
Well, the subcommittee that he was speaking in front of basically said, we've heard all of this before. And they were asking, where are the details? For example, what are the specific plans that are going to be implemented to get this done? And once these plans are implemented, how will be measured to see if it's successful or not? The chief said basically going to have to wait till next year to get the rest of the details.
Jose Luis Jimenez from our Fronteras desk.
More than 1,300 damaged tubes will be taken out of service at the San Onofre nuclear power plant. The plant's been closed since January because of problems with the tubes, which carry radioactive water in the plant's steam generators. Each of the 4 generators has nearly 10,000 tubes and can run without the ones being retired.
If you have a loan underwater with Bank of America, watch your mailbox this week. The bank is sending letters to customers who might qualify to have their loan reduced. It's part of a settlement over alleged foreclosure abuses. To qualify, you have to owe more than your home is worth and be at least 60 days behind on payments as of January 31st. B of A says customers who qualify will save an average 30% on their mortgage payments. University of California students could be in for another tuition increase this fall, as much as 6%. UC Regents say they're considering the fee increase in case Governor Brown's tax measure doesn't pass this fall. The topic is on next week's agenda for the board.
And talks between the California State University system and its faculty union have broken down. Negotiators for the California Faculty Association say there was no point in continuing because CSU's representatives wouldn't take action on faculty demands on issues such as class size and academic freedom. The union has already approved 2-day rolling strikes, but the walkouts have not been scheduled. CSU's trustees are freezing the pay of new university presidents. Now they'll be paid the same amount as their predecessors, but they can get an additional boost through fundraising by private foundations. Presidential pay became a controversy last year after San Diego State President Elliot Hirschman was given a salary 30% higher than his predecessor. He donated the difference to the university.
Today, San Diego County supervisors got their first look at next year's proposed budget. At $4.7 billion, it's smaller than last year, yet the county is hiring more staff. KPBS reporter Allison St. John is in the news center to explain. Allison, how does the county manage to increase its staff while cutting the budget?
Well, it is a cut, but it's actually a smaller cut than the last couple of years. 2 years ago, they actually reduced the staff by 500 people and they cut it by 3%. This year, it's down by about 2%, but they've increased the staff by 270 people. According to Don Stoyer, the chief financial officer, it's because the capital budget has fallen by $90 million. So the salary and benefit increase of about $36 million, that's how they managed to cover it.
So which areas will get a staff increase, and what about department cuts?
Well, the people who are going to see the staff increases are the people who are affected by realignment. That's the process by which the state is passing offenders down to the county to supervise. And so the Sheriff's Department will get more staff, and so will the Probation Department. Also, the Health and Human Services Department will get about 170 more staff. There will be some cuts to the District Attorney's Office and also to Land Use and Planning. Incidentally, libraries will lose one staff person, but there won't be any cuts to hours.
And what are some of the capital projects the county is planning for next year?
So next year they're planning on building a big parking lot to replace the parking around the county administration building, which will become a waterfront park. That's the main capital project next year. They've already completed the Las Colinas Women's Jail and a big operations center, new operations center in Kearney Mesa. And
of course, payments into the pension fund escalate every year. What will the county be paying next year? That's right. It's about $346 million coming up this next year, and that's an increase from about $290 million last year. So that's an increase, and apparently that will continue to go up for the next couple of years. Well, public hearings on the county budget begin June 11th. KPBS reporter Allison St. John. San Diego is now home to the first Harvey Milk Street in the nation. Today, the City Council voted unanimously to rename Blaine Street in Hillcrest. Milk was a gay rights activist and city councilman in San Francisco, the first openly gay man elected to public office in a major U.S. city. Private donations will pay for the new signs. In our continuing coverage on the June election, we take a look at Proposition B, the City Pension Reform Initiative. Joanne has more from the roundtable.
There's been a lot of debate over Prop B, the comprehensive pension reform proposal, which would replace most new city employee pensions with a 401k style plan and recommends a freeze of the base pay of current employees for 5 years. Joining me to discuss Prop B is Michael Zucchet of the Municipal Employees Association, who is opposed to the initiative, and Lonnie Lutar, President and CEO of the San Diego County Taxpayers Association, who is in favor of Prop B. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Lonnie, let's begin with you. Your best pitch to San Diego, why you think they should support this proposition.
Well, San Diego, as you know, has a $2.2 billion pension deficit, and Proposition B can save the city of San Diego taxpayers nearly $1 billion, ensure that that money is going to go back into our communities, fixing potholes, ensuring that our libraries are kept open, and making sure that our communities are safe.
I'm going to pick up on that $1 billion savings later, but Michael, I want to toss it to you. Again, 30 seconds, your best pitch.
Well, perhaps picking up on that right away, this initiative doesn't save anything. It doesn't address the issues that people are concerned about. And in fact, it's basically a political maneuver for certain people to try and do things that have already been accomplished in the city of San Diego in the way of reform, in the way of new benefit structures for new hires, significant savings on all kinds of programs, and a balanced budget today in the city of San Diego.
So let's talk about the money, because that's what this comes down to, right? It's $993 million, I think, right? Close to $1 billion that the independent budget analyst said this would save. But there's a big but. Only if City Council votes with the two-thirds majority from 2012 until 2019 to freeze salaries. That's how you save money. So it's a big what if. So how do you tell people this is the measure that will save it, knowing that?
Well, there are several components to Proposition B, and one component does freeze the pension calculation for 5 years. I actually want to clarify, because it doesn't freeze the salaries. There would be an opportunity for the council, if it wanted to, award merit-based bonuses.
Just the pensionable salaries.
Yes.
Okay.
So it just freezes the pension calculation for 5 years, but it also would put new employees, most new employees, into a 401k style plan. And we do believe that when you look at all of the various components of this comprehensive pension reform initiative, it would, as IBA has confirmed, to save nearly $1 billion. And in fact, if we do nothing, we know that pension costs will increase by $100 million over the next 10 years.
Michael, is that a big what if, though, that savings?
Yeah, I think that's a much more fair characterization than the one that was just made. What the IBA determined unequivocally is that everything in this initiative taken together, with the exception of the salary issues, costs taxpayers money. The new 401k costs money. You're basically cutting off your nose to spite your face for pension reform because it costs you money for the taxpayer. It does not save money. The only thing that could save money, and could is the correct word, and that's the word I believe the IBA used, not confirmed, but could, is if you freeze pensionable pay for the next 5 years, as employees have already done essentially for the last 7 years, I might add, there are savings. But this initiative doesn't do it. It's the future actions of the City Council that
And I
would do
want to
it.
let people at home know, I've got this right up here on the computer. It's the IBA's analysis, and that's what it says. $963 million over 30 years, but that's only if council votes with a 2/3 majority to do that.
Well, there's also, again, I mentioned that this transfers to the 401k plan, most new employees, and Michael says that that costs money.
It does, according to this. It costs $13 million.
What it actually does is it accelerates the payments so that it's like paying your credit card debt down a little bit faster. But that doesn't actually result in any new costs. You're just paying your debt down faster. And in fact, again, without Proposition B, over a 10-year period, pension costs would increase by $100 million. So I think Michael and the labor unions would like to have us believe that you shouldn't support this, even though there are so many aspects of Proposition B that we know will result in guaranteed savings. Let me address that in terms of pension spiking. Prop B will ensure that you can no longer have pension spiking moving forward because only base pay will be able to be used to calculate pensions. We're also going to ensure that convicted felons can't receive pensions. It would seem like this is a common sense provision that we need to put in the initiative because right now we don't have that.
I want to jump in there because we're running out of time. Let's just say, hypothetically, everybody in this town thinks that we ought to reform pensions. We ought to do something to get a handle on pensions. Is this the initiative to do it? Is this the process by which to do it, knowing that you still have to go through these hurdles in terms of City Council making these approvals? We're running close to being out of time, but let's start with Michael. You've got 15, 20 seconds, and I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I think it's not the process, the appropriate venue. Litigation, ballot initiatives are not the way to go. The way to go is what's been done in the city of San Diego, reforming in a big way with big, real dollars, no coulds or ifs, but real savings acknowledged by the Taxpayers Association in the billions already of reforms of the last 5 years. Rather than continue that, they want to go to the ballot box and play politics.
Lonnie?
I suppose if we trust politicians to take care of all the problems, then we wouldn't need to have Proposition B. But we believe at the Taxpayers Association that Proposition B is needed to save taxpayers $1 billion and to ensure that we're going to have a stable retirement plan that is fair for both the employees and the taxpayers so that the money can go back into our community. It's a very simple measure, and there is no reasonable alternative that has been put out there by anyone.
We are out of time. I want to thank you both, but we have so much more information, lots of links at kpbs.org. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Riding a bike to work or school is both healthy and environmentally friendly, but bicyclists say San Diego's roads aren't bike-friendly. We'll have a look at the movement to make the city safer for pedal power. And there's been a staggering increase in melanoma, a deadly form of skin cancer. A look at the reasons why, coming up. This is KPBS Evening Edition.
Tonight on KPBS at 8, he rose from a broken childhood to become one of the most successful politicians in modern American history. Bill Clinton on American Experience. Then at 10, Rupert Murdoch's powerful media empire is under threat from shocking accounts of bribery, blackmail, and invasion of privacy. On Frontline. And at 11, hear about a clandestine mission by the U.S. government during World War II using unwitting young Hawaiian men. That's tonight on KPBS.
Next time on Doc Martin.
I need to look after James.
When Martin's in charge of the baby,
Babysitting is not in my job description.
he finds unexpected help.
I would be more than happy to look after him for you, Doc.
But things go very badly.
Stop staring at my baby. Get your own.
You gave our baby to Mrs. Tischel.
And Doc must rely on his charm to save the day.
Tell her you're a difficult person. Say it.
Doc Martin.
Watch the season finale of Doc Martin, Thursday at 9 on KPBS. KPBS Evening Edition is made possible by Joan and Erwin Jacobs and by
A new study from the Mayo Clinic finds a dramatic increase in skin cancer among people under 40. Young women are especially at risk. Joanne has more at the Roundtable.
The study looked at first-time diagnoses of melanoma in patients between 18 and 39 years. Between 1970 and 2009, the number of cases increased 8-fold in women, 4-fold in men. Joining me is Dr. Greg Daniels, a medical oncologist at UC San Diego's clinical program in melanoma. Thank you, doctor, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So you'd think with so much information these days about sun exposure and sunscreen, we'd see the rate going down.
Right.
Why aren't we?
Great question. And we're seeing not just in the young people like you're highlighting, but across the board, and not respecting, Minnesota or the U.S. It's happening worldwide. We're seeing rates of melanoma go up. So it's a fundamental and important question.
You mentioned Minnesota because this study, of course, looked at people in Minnesota between the 1970 and 2009. Yeah. It seemed to implicate tanning beds in some way. So are tanning beds posing more of a risk than the sun?
Absolutely. In terms of tanning beds are what we know best not to do in terms of melanoma prevention, and that is intermittent high-intensity exposures. And so that's what a tanning bed is. It's just a big blast of UV radiation. So we know that that's strongly associated with increased incidence and death rates for melanoma.
So there's been a lot about tanning beds in the media lately. We know in California we now have a new law. People under 18 can't go to a tanning bed. Right. So you talk about this sudden burst of exposure. So if we had to take that and put it in the real world in terms of sun exposure, does that mean we shouldn't be out in the sun at certain times of the year?
So our general recommendations are that if it's, you can look at the UV index in the paper, for example. Absolutely during 10 and 2, those peak sun hours, you want to avoid not necessarily avoid being outside, because that's a very healthy thing to do. But if you're going to be outside and you're going to put yourself at risk for this intense blast, then sun protective clothing and what we call sun-safe practices is what's recommended.
Now, I know KPBS has reported in the past, and I believe we've talked to you in the past, that avoiding the sun altogether actually could put you at risk as well. It's not necessarily the right thing to do. Explain that.
So it's a complicated story, but I can tell you that for non-melanoma skin cancers, there's a direct link for chronic exposure. And that is, chronic just means you're getting daily sun exposure, intense sun exposure, maybe your occupation takes you outside. We know that basal cells, squamous cells, which happen in the head and neck area, directly linked to this chronic sun damage. If we look at the genes that cause those type of cancers, they have that telltale sign, UV was here. We can actually see that in the DNA. Melanoma defies that link. So chronic sun exposure tends not to be as bad as intermittent sun exposure. But how do you balance that? That's the big conundrum right now. And you're alluding a little bit to, before I mentioned there was a study, again in the Midwest, that looked at chronic sun exposure versus those people that had an occupation that put them more at intermittent. We could show that chronic sun exposure was well documented by skin changes. We can do biopsies and show that. And yet the rates of melanoma and the death rate for melanoma was lower in the chronic sun damaged skin participants versus those that got intermittent sun exposure and had less chronic sun damage. So, but what do we do with that? How do we advise patients? We go back again. We know that intermittent sun exposure and intensity is linked to it. How do we work chronic sun exposure into our lives? I don't know about you, but my day is indoors. And I'm lucky if I run to the parking lot to move my car to go someplace. So it's just not feasible. So our life pattern has changed. Is that related to the changes in the incidence of melanoma? Because as this study pointed out, wow, 8-fold increase, young people, what the heck is that?
Right.
I can guarantee you they weren't all tanning bed related. So there's something more than tanning beds going on. There's a lifestyle change that's happening. Another thing to think about in this Olmsted study, if you get a health issue, Olmsted County is the place to be. Southern Minnesota has health care second to none. This is the Mayo Clinic. And it provides a really special, unique opportunity to study what an early intervention program will give you. And early intervention, these patients have good access to high-quality care where these young people, their melanomas were very thin. So what did it show? Okay, we have thin melanomas, but their death rates were lower. Mm-hmm. So if you have a spot that's changing, point it out, because it could be a melanoma, and if you catch it thin, the chances are you're gonna survive the attack.
We're going to have to end it there. We're out of time, but I do want to direct people to our website, kpbs.org. We do link to this study, and we have a lot more information, including information about prevention, early detection, and also some tips as well. Thank you so much, Doctor, for being here.
Thank you.
The death of a bicyclist on Montezuma Road near San Diego State last month has rallied the bike community to protest the dangers of taking to the road. KPBS reporter Tom Fudge tells us what it would take to make our streets safe for bikes, even though they were built for cars.
It was here on Montezuma Road where 63-year-old Charles Raymond Gilbreth died after being hit by a car while riding his bike. In the following week, fellow bikers chained a ghost bike to a sign on Montezuma Road to remember him. Others took part in a memorial ride from Balboa Park to downtown. Philip Young knew Gilbreth. He describes him as a very religious man who was commuting home from work when he was hit.
You know, he tried to do everything the right way. You know, he had lights, he had bright clothing, a mirror, so he was doing everything right. And unfortunately, he was killed while he was riding in the bike lane.
Bike advocate Samantha Ollinger says because Gilbreth was doing the right thing, San Diego must do the same for cyclists.
He was using the environment designed for him to get home, and he was killed, and it's an outrage, and we want the city to know that something needs to be done.
A City of San Diego study shows more than half of all fatalities in public rights-of-way are pedestrians or people riding bikes. Among the many problems with San Diego streets, multi-lane thoroughfares like Fairmount and Montezuma that feel like freeways to motorists, streets that use merging turn lanes where cars don't have to yield to cyclists.
Anytime you have high-speed cars and you're at an intersection and they're not stopping, you have a potential conflict because the bicyclist has to make their way over and, you know, play Frogger to get to the other side.
Bill Harris is with the City of San Diego's traffic department. He says the problem is San Diego streets weren't built for bikes.
Well, they were designed to carry traffic. This community was developed not with bicycling as a primary mode of transportation in mind. San Diego grew up as a community that was based on rapid transportation between employment and residential areas. We're making up for lost ground.
As one example of that, Harris shows me this bridge over Rose Creek connecting Mission Bay Park with Pacific Beach. Built at a cost of $2.9 million, it continues Mission Bay's recreational bike circuit. It also allows cyclists to get to Pacific Beach without taking the Grand Avenue Bridge to the north that's filled with fast-moving cars. Separating bike traffic from car traffic gets to one fundamental question about bike routes and bike safety.
There are two ways you can create a bike lane. You can pour a little extra pavement off the road so that the bikes can be separate from the car traffic, or you can just paint a couple of lines on the edge of the road so that the cars know that this is where the bikes are supposed to be. In other words, you can create a bike lane with paint or with pavement.
The problem with paint is it offers no physical protection. Charles Gilbreth was in a painted bike lane and he was still hit and killed. But Harris says physical separation of all bikes and cars would be practically impossible.
We are not going to be able to build redundant bike facilities, redundant to the roadways, in every single location. So we have to start with as much identification, identifying markings as we can.
Cyclist Tom Adler says when separation is not possible, cities need to find ways to slow down car traffic by, for instance, narrowing lanes.
So that provides a lot of side friction, and then when you're in the car, you don't feel like you want to go fast.
Back at the Charles Gilbreth Memorial Bike Ride, cyclist Timur Ender says making streets safe for bikes is not just about saving lives.
It's about the bigger picture, about creating a more sustainable city, healthier people, livable communities, and better air quality. And we can't do that if the people who exemplify these actions on a daily basis by riding bicycles are being killed at a rate of once a month.
And prompting scenes like this, where memorial bike riders lay down to protest in the plaza outside San Diego's City Hall.
Peace on bicycles!
Reporter Tom Fudge knows this subject all too well. 5 years ago, he ended up in the hospital after being hit by a car on Montezuma Road while riding his bike just 200 yards away from where Charles Gilbreth was hit and killed. This is KPBS Evening Edition.
I'm Gwen Eiffel on the next News Hour, the high cost of obesity in America. That's Tuesday on the PBS News Hour.
Next time, Antiques Roadshow is in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
The market for Russian paintings has exploded in the past 5 years.
Oh my God, really?
Wow, who knew?
What treasures will our experts discover in the city of lakes? Find out when we visit Minneapolis next time on Antiques Roadshow.
Monday at 8 on KPBS.
The American people have named PBS
the most trusted source of news and public affairs for the 8th year in a row.
Trust.
The American people have spoken.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Public Square on KPBS Evening Edition. Tonight, a follow-up to a controversial abortion bill that we told you about recently. A measure that would have expanded the number of abortion providers in California died in the state legislature today. San Diego Senator Christine Kehoe decided to pull her bill after it failed to advance. Kehoe's measure would have allowed nurse practitioners, nurse midwives, and physician assistants to provide first trimester abortions. You can read more about this issue on our website, kpbs.org. And if you would like to comment, of course, you can also comment on kpbs.org, or you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, or you can always send me an email, jfarian@kpbs.org. And now let's go back to the news desk where Dwayne has a recap of tonight's top stories.
The Border Patrol says it has a new strategy targeting repeat crossers. Agents will try to find out why they keep coming. It's the agency's first new strategy in 8 years, and it's an effort to stop a revolving door policy of sending migrants back to Mexico without any punishment. More than 1,300 damaged tubes will be retired at the San Onofre nuclear power plant. Tube problems have kept the plant offline since late January. The cause of the problem is still under investigation. You can watch and comment on any of the stories you saw tonight on our website, kpbs.org/evening edition. Thanks for joining us. You have a great night.